So the story I have is that Poland's health minister Adam Niedzielski has said that Poland is already going through the fourth wave of the coronavirus pandemic, and of course, the yes, I know, but it's I think it's a moral duty, Paddy, that we should be telling our viewers and everyone
I,
that reads
oh,
the
I
First
have.
News and watches our program, What's Up Poland, to know that unfortunately the dreaded what is it? It's Delta, right?
The C word. John,
Yeah.
I have no issue with you raising this story as an important public health information. I just merely slapped my head in frustration, exasperation, and I hope I express on behalf of everybody who's thinking, blimey, Charlie, when are these waves going to end?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, like at the moment, people don't seem to realize that it's already happening. I mean, at the moment, we only have around 150 cases, daily cases, which doesn't seem like a lot considering at the height of the pandemic, it was over 30,000 cases a day. But unfortunately, that figure is now rising. We're going to be getting up to 200 a day. And of course, once the curve starts to shoot up, then we'll be back up to around well, I don't even want to say because it would be irresponsible of me. I think it'd be best for our viewers to check out the First News for the latest coronavirus updates. But at the moment, we see that it's happening. Although the health ministry said that they will be locking down regions rather than the whole country. So they're going to check which regions have the highest rates and also which regions have the highest rates of vaccinations. Right. Luckily, here in Warsaw, I mean, actually, quite a fair amount of the population has already received their jabs. Unfortunately, there are still some areas which are holding out. Quite a few anti-vaxxers here in Poland, which is not a good sign. And it'll be good to see more and more people get the coronavirus vaccine. But yes, this is what is happening, and we'll see. I mean, I'm going on holiday. I just hope they don't have to lock me up again. But then again, I've had the jab. So.
John, you should be locked up.
Well, yeah, but not because of that. For different reasons.
Not for that. It does seem, however, that the link between cases and deaths has been severed. And that's possibly the most encouraging thing. We've seen that in other countries, for example, the UK, whence our accents hail. Although there's a very large number of people with confirmed cases, there's still a relatively low number of deaths. So I'm wishing, crossing my fingers, and various other appendages for that to be the case in Poland as well. And it seems not a day goes by in the UK press, at least, where they don't talk about someone who didn't get a vaccine and then regretted it, for obvious reasons.
Yes.
So perhaps the tide will turn on that case as well. John was jabbed well before the rest of us lowly mortal souls. Luckily, I got a Johnson
jab,
which thank you.
John, that was very close there.
Very, but you held me back from the brink, as you often have in so many ways, my company
Here to help.
courtesan. So that's the latest on coronavirus. We've been talking about this on What's Up Poland, it seems like forever. Let's hope that one day coronavirus will fade into the distance like a wave would do on the beach. And of course, talking about beaches, that's where John's going off to now. So John, you're going to your kind of ramshackle place in the wilderness where no tourists go.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be going up to the north of Poland, to the Baltic coast, near the villages of Lubiatowo, Kopalino, cycling around the forests, the pine forests of the area. And it should be absolutely fantastic. You can see that I have my, wrong hand. I got my license plate back in the back there for my bike rack for the car, and I'm ready to go. So yes, this is it. I am ready. I think I just need to pump up the tires in my bike, and and then I'm off. And I can't wait. You know what it's always like. The final few days before going on holiday, you have to kind of, get everything done and get ready and get prepared. I mean, there's a lot of that going on. But obviously, I always have time to come on What's Up Poland with you, Paddy. It's such a pleasure.
I was going to say, practically cancelled your holiday to be here, John. You enjoy it so much. Well, we're grateful for your presence and we're grateful for 4 awesome stories. So if you're interested about Poland, I can think of nothing better than to visit thefirstnews.com. As I often say, it's the premier English language website for news about Poland. Again, I'd like to thank Jeffrey, long-time viewer and watcher. Jeffrey's been regaling the world with stories about his recent visit to Poland. He was very active on the last few episodes of What's Up Poland. He knows that thefirstnews.com is the only place you need to go to find out more information about Poland. Make sure you check out the First News on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Twitter even. Yes, their tentacles extend that far. And you'll find information there about Polish culture, Polish sport, Polish news, Polish economy, Polish politics. It is indeed the place to have your finger on if you intend to have your finger on Poland. And if you're interested in more quirky, unusual, irreverent, serious, and fantastic stories about Poland, well, good news for you, my friend. John and I, and a whole bunch of mad co-hosts such as Monica Zielinski have been doing stories about Poland, which you can find on YouTube and here on Facebook as well. So I can think of nothing better than to visit the First News on your social media and delve like indeed a cyclist in the forest once did with a mossy undergrowth.
Indeed, and to find a pot brimming of sesterce.
Find your pot brimming with What's Up Poland.
Paddy. Can I just say one thing as well to all our viewers out there?
Yes, John.
Of course, I may be going away on holiday, but if you listen to the TFM podcast, the debrief, I just had to get that plug in. If you can't get enough.
Again.
I've actually got some amazing podcasts which will be being released as usual over the next few weeks while I'm away on holiday. And so do remember to join me. And of course, you can check all that out on the TFN website. And remember to subscribe to the pods. They're really rather good fun. And we try to get interesting people to talk about very interesting and not necessarily, usual stuff. So especially we'll be having some really cool topics coming up over the next few weeks. So do join me for the Debrief podcast.
John, I was pretending to be annoyed by your shameless plug. I love it. And I love the Debrief. I'm a regular listener, as you can see. I have to say, though, he loves the podcast so much he put his own face on. That's how much John likes it. I'm sure you definitely have involved that, but that's good. I love your face. I can look at it every day.
I wasn't involved in that, but because I have a face for radio, right? So it kind of fits. But there you go.
So, John, I want to tell you briefly how you're connected to these 2 stories. On my way to the Warsaw Uprising commemorations, who do I hear on the Warsaw Metro? But remember to cover your face with a mask and something about
keep a safe distance from other passengers.
There you go. And I go, I know that voice. That's Bleeding John Beecham from What's Up Poland, the #1 video show about Poland. and I said that out loud and everybody looked at me in a strange voice. And then you said it repeatedly. And that does connect to 2 stories because, of course, it's about COVID. So,
and of course, if you take the tram or the bus, which stops at the Warsaw Rising Museum, you'll actually also hear me say Warsaw Rising Museum as well.
I need to do that. I could just travel around Warsaw.
It's not just the metro. You can't get away from me, man. I'm on the buses, on the trams.
He's everywhere.
I'm on the podcasts. I'm here on What's Up Poland. Really, you just can't get away from me.
It truly is disturbing. It shook me out of my very bones when I was on the metro and all of a sudden the Beecham's in my house. Where's John? Is he here? Was he here? What? Under the seat? Huh? No, he wasn't there. He was in my ears. And that's where What's Up Poland can be. So check us out and we'll see you again. Probably me with a guest star in the coming weeks because whilst the Beecham cat is away, the Paddy Nay mouse will play. And we'll see you again for another episode of
What's Up Poland.